Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for the kind introduction. Sorry, English is not my mother tongue, so if I made any mistake, please forgive me. It's a real pleasure for me to present this project. And the French Hemophilia Society is very concerned about the question of safety as numerous national member organization. And we think that patients should be more and more involved on safety. And that's why our patient organization decided to be more present in such a matter. So here's my disclosure. Just let you the opportunity to read. Though the context in 2014 is adverse event reported related to clotting factor concentrate to the French National Agency for Medicine was quite low in terms. We asked the numbers to the ANSM, and as you can see, between 2010 and 2014, the number is quite stable. Half of these reports are linked to two molecules, and 40% of this report is linked to inhibitors. And those numbers shows that there is under report of adverse event, and especially of inhibitors. We all know that the culture of report is quite different in the US, particularly, especially, and patients report more adverse event than the healthcare providers. And in France, at that time, we asked at the French Hemophilia Society if there was any direct report from the patient about rare bleeding disorder, and there was no. So, why the French Hemophilia Society is so concerned about this topic? Because the lack of reporting of adverse events from healthcare providers, even if it is mandatory to report them in all European countries, at least for clotting factor concentrate in France, there is an under-reported report of adverse event. The second thing is the lack of drug surveillance after the marketing authorization, and it's true for all drugs. We know that. And for the French Hemophilia Society, patients need to be aware, educated, that a drug has benefits, but also represents risks. If patients report, it will improve the knowledge about the drug and benefits for everyone. And there is several examples. I don't have time to present it, but several examples that show that patient and the report from the patient helps to improve the use of the dose of a drug. Any report can improve the drug safety level, and it reinforces, at the end, it reinforces the patient empowerment. So in 2014, we decided to answer to call for a project from the French National Drug Agency dedicated to patients and organization. The call of project title was Help Patients to Report Adverse Events, Self-Reporting of Adverse Events Due to Drugs. Since 2011, the French National Drug Agency has tried to increase the number of patient reports, and at that time, 4% of the adverse events came from the patient directly. And as NMO, we wanted to commit to do it because in order to develop a culture of reporting inside our community and reinforce the patient empowerment, we as patients are also actors of our own safety. We all know that since the drama of AIDS, of course, and we think that we have an important, as NMO, we have an important role to play, and we have to help patients to play also this role for themselves. In order, also wanted to do it because in order to increase the reporting by healthcare providers, which are far from being exhausted, we wanted to help them by showing that we are committed. In order to show also to the industry that we as patient organization pay attention to the benefits and the risk. And at last, at the end, new drugs were, in 2014, new drugs were about to receive their marketing authorization. So the concept was to create different tools to raise awareness within our community on adverse events and to help patients while reporting the partnership of Maladies Rares Info Service, a rare disease platform. Donc it's a joint project, with Permedest, pharmacist group specialist on clotting factor concentrate, the Hemophilia Reference Center, chaired by Claude Négrier, the French Society for Pharmacoclinics, and the French Hemophilia Society. So after 12 months of work, we have managed to develop different tools, booklets, flyers, video, poster, educational session, and a website. So here's the booklet, the flyers, and the educational tool. It's the first step of our educational session about adverse events. It's cards to help the patient to make the difference between an adverse event and any other event linked to the disease but not to the drug. So let's talk about the website. So Matthew, with Bob, Matthew guide the users through these different tools. Video, he is a patient with hemophilia who suddenly has a rash after an injection, and he called his doctor to tell what is happening. So I hope it will working. Yes. So here's the website. Sorry, it's in French. Nobody is perfect. So what is an adverse event? What is a drug? Why we have to declare? Who is in charge to report, and how? And as you can see, for each part there is a little explanation. We try to, and I just give you quickly, don't panic, Mike, quickly, an overview of the, is it working? There is no sound. So 10 minutes, there is a rash. He called his doctor. To tell him.
Ça pourrait être un effet indésirable de votre traitement. Ce sont des cas rares, mais ça peut arriver. Je ne pense pas qu'il soit nécessaire d'agir en urgence. Passez demain matin au centre de traitement.
Come to the Hemophilia Treatment Center tomorrow.
Heureusement, il n'a pas l'air grave, mais un effet indésirable, ça se déclare, n'est-ce pas?
I have to report it. Yes, of course.
N'hésitez pas.
Merci, docteur. À demain.
Thank you, doctor.
Mais c'est quoi un effet indésirable?
What is it? An adverse event.
Un effet indésirable,
And
Mathieu, c'est
the explanation. So it's very educative. It's quite. So I have to come back to my slides. Yes, just behind. Yep. So it's quite educative. It's and we try to we have a guide that explains what is a drug, an adverse event, who is in charge of reporting, and it helps to understand the importance of reporting reporting an adverse event, because it detects unknown effects, because it improves knowledge, because it reassesses the benefits and risk, and because it promotes a better use of a drug. And a patient is directly could help to do that. So as you can see, so the results, if we take the in March 2016, all the tools were available, but it's not the buzz yet. As you can see, we have a website, 720 unique visitors. We have an educational workshop about drugs and adverse events. And we did it during our National Congress, and there was several educational sessions during Hemophilia Treatment Center. Poster, booklet, flyers. And in 2015, we helped the French Hemophilia Society helped 2 patients with hemophilia to report the adverse event. So in terms of results, maybe you tell me what you think, but what does that mean? We have to stop to give information about adverse event, about the benefits risks of the drugs. What do you think? What the audience think? As an organization, I think education is a non-ending effort. Education on drugs benefits is crucial, and especially with the upcoming drugs. So it's an ongoing process. And I would like to thank, at the end of this presentation lecture, is Jean-Christophe Box, our volunteer, project manager, and the following healthcare provider: Chantal Rothschild, Valérie Chamois, Véronique Coaro, Isabelle Lopez, and Thierry Val, and also Claire Compagnon. Many thanks. Thank you.